This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the LSU Tigers and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooners offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the...
Makes a grab and room to run. Gets away from one. He's got space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Sooners in the hurry up.
Man, this guy is so dangerous with the ball in his hand. That was an RPO. He caught that thing behind the line of scrimmage, but once he had it, he made one quick cut, and that was it. His speed, his elusiveness, he is so dangerous. Defense just couldn't corral him, and he rips off a huge play on what was a very, very short throw on the RPO.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Selling the fake. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Looking to throw, it's Bentley. Rush is on. He'll pull it down and run. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So LSU's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the junior running back. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team, is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Second and long here. Sees a crease. He's got enough. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down. that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more.
Lays out and makes a sweet grab along the left sideline.
Wow, that is a sensational catch. And I tell you, you make catches like that deep down the field for your quarterback, he is going to go back to you again and again and again. That was a highlight play.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Quick give. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Keeps it on the bootleg. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Oklahoma sends the offense out ready to go on the attack. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Oh, what a cut! And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Bentley. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Runs through a man. He might have space. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain there, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Run inside. It's Smith. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. 2nd down coming up. Rides to the back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, I think the offense kind of...
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The RPO got him. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Morris. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
They're going to ride this running back, and he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's McCray. Under pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Gets the back moving. Play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. He tries to take the top off. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Good, right down the boulevard. That gets them back to within 10.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off play action on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the 1st quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the 2nd. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll move the wide receiver. Sells to fake. Throws to the wideout. Wide open, makes the catch. Touchdown Sooners! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Tigers sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well run him again. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Looking to throw, it's McCray. Got it in the middle, it's Cunningham.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Sees an alley. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gaps.
He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Number 80, set to kick it away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The give is to Smith. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The option, he'll keep it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season, man. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
Back to throw, it's Bentley. Keeping his eyes downfield. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Pulls and fired complete. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Fires it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking for the edge. Quick toss. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit...
Going for the big play. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Boots his 1st of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Still looking. He'll pull it down. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll run the counter. Picked up 8 yards there, third down and 2.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They'll run it on fourth down. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
Man, what a job keeping your eyes on your key. It's so easy sometimes when they run those RPOs to get a little bit lost with your eyes, to come up, play the run. Nice job seeing the ball thrown. He's got his guy, makes the tackle, and gets the big fourth down stop.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass, it's McCray. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Press set of downs going up top. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Rush right in his face. This one's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Wolverines, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. The victory caps off a 7-5 regular season. Not the best outcome, but you'd have to think a bowl invite is on the way. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Norman. We've been treated to one special performance on the ground from both teams, gouging the opposing defenses for big chunks of yardage. Why throw it when you've got rushing attacks like these? And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled and brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Hey, guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. He said this team is going to take this opening kickoff for the second half and get some momentum, something they've been struggling with because of those early turnovers. He said if we can just hang on to the ball, we can continue to make some noise, but it all starts now. I'll keep you posted on how things are going here on the sidelines after this. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He's going to run it. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Long way to go on second down. Off play action. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting. Sells to run, looking to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting the hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play on it.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Right side, it's Rodgers. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. To the air, it's Bentley. Look out! He'll try to do it himself. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And, man, you see it again, and it's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
The defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Hey, midfield, he's got room. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. This This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking downfield, it's McCray. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Tells the run, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Bryant. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. He'll keep it on second down. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. LSU lining up first and goal. On the option. He'll toss it. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Trying to get the corner. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Second and long here. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. They're all over him. He's going to take off. Quick step and go. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. The Sooners are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Bentley. Got a man, it's Rodgers. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Escapes trouble. Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it.
Makes the catch down the right side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's McCray. Sends it downfield. He's got it way down the field. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. Run in the red zone. It's Beal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The fake and wants to throw. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. College football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly roll.
Reporting from the Oklahoma sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Looking for a deep man. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Sooners. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I just love that about this team, because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope, scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. You give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Zings it complete to the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it in his belly. Uh-oh, look out. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. He's got 67 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Right side, it's Shabera. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And the drive has been really, really solid. And we've got to maximize this possession. Down a couple of possessions. Got to make sure we're aggressive.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Well, on a second and forever situation, they hand it off, and they're able to get a big portion of yardage back now to at least give themselves an opportunity to convert this third down.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the try is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Caught in the backfield, it's Rodgers. Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Scanning the field, it's Bentley. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll need a bunch on second down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Got it. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. LSU quick to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth. Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to kick a field goal. Nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Extending the play. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Quick give. It's Smith. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start of offense.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Moving the pocket, it's Bentley. He's got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. It's complete. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score.
Going for the big play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. Out wide left, it's Cunningham. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Long way to go on second down. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. It's Shabera. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you...
Going for it all. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. On play action. Rush is on. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Flying down the left side. He's at the and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now.